Buenos dias, everybody. Another one coming up for you. I got an exciting day. Sponsored by the truck. Sponsored by all the traffic going by. Man, it's so nice to be back up here. It is that season where the leaves are starting to change colors, and oh man, I gotta say, I've been a lot of places, and this is one of the most beautiful ones that I've been to. Having been out to La Jolla, California is beautiful. Been out to the desert before, obviously in Florida for a while, but there's no place like home. I gotta say, just walking through the woods, absolutely incredible place. So, what a day. What a day. So, I wanted to start off on something that really struck me. I went and listened to what we talked about yesterday, and I wanted to elaborate on a couple things. When I was saying yesterday that I learned something, I think I was talking about nutrition, and basically I was like, well, I just stumbled on this. Well, I hit myself. I was like, Matt, you didn't just stumble on that. There's a whole process that goes into learning these things and why I learned them. So I wanted to really share with you that process, and on top of that, what I'm up to and going to create for everyone. So basically, what I was talking about yesterday was the way I go about learning things. And I'm not... So I'll preface this. Let me give a little bit of a backdrop about me so you can kind of understand where I'm coming from, and maybe you'll get some of the things I'm trying to share with you, some of the concepts. So I went to school, grade school, high school, went to college, and I was in college for a while, and there's this, I don't know how to describe it, but this feeling that I wasn't really getting out what I was putting into it. And the truth is, wasn't really putting a lot into it, just because I wasn't interested in a lot of the material that they were covering, and I didn't know better myself, but I knew that this wasn't it. And that's the best way I could articulate it at the time. So what did I decide to do? So decided to leave school. I just knew that wasn't it. Wasn't sure what I did want to do, but it wasn't filling me up. And so I decided to follow that for a little bit, and long story short, I fell on this field of personal development, which basically says I chose to continue my education, absolutely. I am proud to consider myself a lifelong learner, and I will always go to work on myself harder than I do on the other things around me. And that is the whole process here, is the tools and some of the strategies that I use to learn things and to put things in perspective as to what I'd like to get better at, as to where I'd like to go, and to set that GPS to a place where I think I'm going to be happy, fulfilled, and make it worth my time, which is the most valuable thing to me. So basically, what I did was this. I remember one of the first programs that I went through was really shifting my psychology, the way that I look at things, perspective on things. And there's so many of these little tools. And what I decided I'm going to do is build a plan for everybody else that's more or less a build your own personal development program. And when I was sitting at home last night and thinking about this, I said, wow, what's the difference between someone who's really excited and doing their thing and full of life, and the person that's feeling frustrated or feeling stuck or feeling just like they're not getting somewhere? And for me, it's that plan, it's that roadmap, it's that thing that we can look at and say, hey, I'm making progress. So basically, I'm going to hopefully articulate all these tools and build a strategy that can help everybody else get to where they want to go. And the beauty of it is this. It's not It's not me telling you what's important to you. It's giving you the tools so that you can discover for yourself the things that are important to you. Because who am I to say what's important to you? I think that's what makes you unique and beautiful. And oh, hey, by the way, at the end of the day, it's you doing it. It can't come from me. It can't come from anybody else. So you're the one that has to decide for yourself. And it is challenging, I will say. But it's fulfilling when you're able to articulate, hey, this is what I'm going to do. This is who I'm committed to being. These are my values. And you discover things about yourself. And I'll show you guys all those tools. It's absolutely incredible. I've been doing it for the last, I don't know how many years. But it's thrilling. It's so much fun. So it's a fun process when you can start to look at the ideal vision for your fitness, the ideal vision for your relationships, for your career, your mission in life, the things that really matter at the end of the day. So I hope to share with you those tools. I'm going to build something. So as we move forward, I will let you know where you can find that. And I'm super excited to build it. It's going to take me a while because it is an in-depth process. And I can promise you it's something that you are going to really want to have. It's something that can really transform from where you are to where you want to get and can really accelerate that process. And it asks a lot of questions. It really gets us to dive deep into, well, what am I doing every day? And why am I doing those things? Are they serving me? Are they really putting me in a position where I can grow? Or am I in the same habits? We go through these patterns all the time. And one of the things for me that I learned was, I'll just use a personal example, was initially when I thought, I don't want to be in school anymore. I thought I could just move somewhere else and all my problems would go away. As soon as I find a job over here, then things will be better. As soon as this happens, then things will be better. And through trial and error, it's just not the case. It just does not work like that. I wish it did. I wish that pain that everyone experiences and, the things that you're going through, I wish it was easy to break through the other side. And the truth is, you make the pain up in your mind more than it ever is as you experience you're going through it. And there are moments that are difficult, and those moments for me have absolutely set me free, and I love to express those things. One of the things for me that was really challenging is I probably got into my 20s was this vulnerability that I don't have all the answers. And it's kind of funny looking back because of course you don't, dude. You only have so much experience, and that's the beauty of books. That's the beauty of knowledge. That's the beauty of connecting with other people and seeing what their experiences are. Because listen, you want to start a business or you want to, this is what I did with the nutrition the other day. I went to somebody who, has had, this doctor has had, I don't know how many years of experience through studies and studies and studies, studied thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And I'll take his word for it. Why would I sit here and try 1,000 different things until I finally get to the point where I am 90 years old and have found something that works? No, it's sitting in a book somewhere. It's sitting in a $5 book. It's on a free YouTube video. And I'm not saying trust the first thing you see, but corroborate the story. Are there common threads here? Perfect example, when I wanted to sharpen up my short game in golf, and for the non-golfers out there, that's when you get right around the green. The green is where the hole is, where you're trying to score. That's chipping, that's short pitch shots, 20 yards and in. So I literally went on YouTube. There's a Phil Mickelson short game clinic that I want to say is about an hour. Seve Ballesteros, another legend in the short game, had something else. And then Greg Norman had another video. 3 videos, $0, but I spent my time. The time was valuable. And I sat there and I took notes, wrote down everything for Phil, everything for Sevi, everything for Greg. And I saw the common threads. I was like, okay, there's these 3 points. You got weight forward, you got this, and you got ball position. And I trusted that. Why am I going to go sit at the golf course and try and figure these things out? These guys have over 100 years experience. God knows how many golf balls that they've hit. I will trust that. So you're going to develop these tools, and I'm going to share with you some of the strategies that I use to really decipher what's the truth for me and, develop the fortitude to put it into practice and make it practical in your life. It's not something that I'm an average dude. You guys know that. That's nothing extraordinary about me. The one thing that I would say I excel at is reps. When I believe something, when I have it in my mind's eye and I can see the vision and I start putting in the reps, it's obviously I'm going to get better. Of course I'm going to get better. It's worked for me before. So I also want to bring this up. There's something that you excel at, that you're really good at, and around that whole thing, for me it's golf. For you it might be running. For you it might be in your relationship. It might be something else. There's a success formula there where you know the truth and how things work. And when you can take that and apply it to other areas in your life, then you can start to grow in those areas. And I know for all of us, we have a place where we are and a place that we want to be. And that's the challenge, is expanding that vision, being real about where we are, not being too harsh on ourselves, but not letting ourselves slide too, and just being open and honest with yourself and looking yourself in the mirror and saying, hey, are you really happy with where you're at? Is this something that we'd like to get a little better at? And for me, there was, things in golf where I started to take it easy on myself. I was like, dude, it's just legitimately going to take you 20 years to get there. And the thing that keeps me going is, I have a lot of peace about it because I will never quit. And that's my identity when it comes to that stuff, is just, okay, put me on the rower or put me on the trail, 10 miles, no problem. However long it takes. I will never quit. So, I'll go super slow. I don't mind that. And you start to discover these things about you that help you excel and can get you to where you want to go a little faster. So I want to build something like that for everybody. And I think if we don't have a plan like that, it's like a GPS. If you don't set it for somewhere, you're never going to know where you're going. And 20 years later, you're going to find yourself lost and going to have to do it anyway, because it's where the heck am I? Us guys do this the best. We go out. It's I know where it is. It's right down 84. You're going to take a left. It's right around. It's by that deli. And you're going down there and, all of a sudden things look different. It's okay, well, it's around here somewhere. And your wife or your lady's in the car and she's like, hey, why don't we just ask this guy for directions? It looks like he lives around here. And just sitting there, no, it's around here somewhere. It's around here somewhere. And you're going 15 minutes later, 20 minutes later. Lady starts to get restless. It's hey, let's just ask this person. No, I got it. Don't fall into that trap of, I got it. We all need a little bit of help somewhere. I may excel at athletics, but I could really use the help in other areas of my life. And it took a lot of balls for me to admit that at first. But I'm glad I did. Because there's a lot of people who can really help me out. And on the other side, there's a lot of people that I can help out in the gym. One of the things I loved doing was in the gym, I would go and do my workout, and I would be one of the first to finish. So I would go and I would pride myself on, I'm gasping for air just like everybody else. But, in my identity is this, I'll never quit, and I'm going to help you through the finish line too. So I would go around to people and just give a little encouragement, a little lend a hand. And I love that. That lights me up. That's what I want at the end of the day. Help other people where I can help them. And, I'm going to ask for help in the areas that I need help. So I'll keep you guys posted on where this plan's coming from. It's going to be exciting. It's a new journey. And it's something I hope you'll take up for the rest of your life. And something that you can share with people. And you can all get excited about. And once we kind of learn where everybody's GPSs are set, it's, you want to see other people succeed. I don't want to do all the things I want to do just for me. They will light me up. They will help me have the life I'm trying to have. But I just want to help some people. There's so many people out there that are struggling with certain things, and this is alluding to what I said yesterday. Like, you went through something, you went through a tough marriage, or you were able to kick a weight loss and stick with it, or you were able to get through a disease that you had, or whatever it is. If you can share that with people, like, hey, there's hope on the other side. No matter what you're going through, you can get this, you can get to the next part. That's the place where I want to live. So I can't do that alone. So I need your help. Tell your friends. Tell them to tell their friends. And we'll all meet up. And we'll all find out where the heck we're all going. All right? Thanks, guys. Hey, enjoy your day, right? Don't forget to smile.